Hello and welcome to another edition of After the Whistle, Wednesday, June, whatever date it is, 15th. The only reason I know it's June 15th because my car insurance is due on this day.
Well, you know, I got a family birthday. We'll go through that birthday shout-outs at the end of the show. So
Man.
I know it like every day in June, I'm in.
Man, that auto pay, man. You see that auto pay get out of your car for them insurance or anything, man, that's a depressing sight.
I don't do many auto pays. Don't know why.
Oh, man. It's terrible. It's terrible. Before you start, you see the story? It's kind of messed up, but an elephant trampled a wood. It's a messed up story.
Oh, yes, I did,
and
yes.
Then,
trampled her at her funeral. And, yo, you know what's funny? Me and like a million people in the comments all had the same thought.
What did she do, right? That was my thought, too. I was like, yo, what you do to that elephant for him to circle the block?
For one, we just seen one of the biggest elephants in the world, you know what I mean, get assassinated by two poachers.
Yeah.
In Africa.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know what I mean, elephants are getting sick of these people just lingering around knowing what's going to happen.
Damn, honestly, elephants are more like, they're playful and stuff. Like, they crack jokes. Elephants be joking, but like when they're pretty dangerous when they get angry.
They're cool a-holes, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, just don't get them there. And you get them there. Or if you mess with, you know, I mean, the baby elephant, it's a wrap. Like, I watch, you know, we follow similar people. And one thing you got to get the blessings from the elder elephants to even go around the baby elephants.
Yeah.
So, but you got people that just don't respect living beings. And honestly, I feel bad for the family that had to watch that, but apparently that lady must have did something. I'm sorry. Elephants just don't go trampling people and then
coming back,
and then they swing back.
I want to circle the block on its ops.
Spun around twice.
Yo. To lift them up out of the whatever they was, out of what, if she was in a casket or whatever.
I think there was one of those like the burnings or whatnot.
Oh.
I think one of those type deals, and they keep her above ground.
Yeah.
Like ceremonial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he came and put the fire out.
I'm sorry. It ain't funny. I was reading the whole thing. I was laughing. I'm like, it's not funny. Well, it's not, but it was kind of hilarious because I was sitting there and dying. I'm like, yo.
Yo, I just seen elephants walking through a hotel that was built on an old elephant ground.
Yeah.
They're not bothering anybody. Elephants don't bother people.
All they do is walk and eat.
So if an elephant unfortunately kills you and then comes back around to make sure you done for real, like you gotta look in the mirror when you get up there or down there.
Bro, imagine that you just having a funeral and you see the elephant come back.
And you probably thinking it's walking by.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not thinking it's coming to wreck shop. That was like, what movie was that? New Jack City? That movie was when the wedding.
Oh, that was New Jack City?
Oh, New Jack City, Kill Bill.
Yeah.
I never seen that at a funeral though. That's wild.
Me either. Well,
I just seen the guy slap the guy in the coffin.
Yeah, there was a movie where that happened at a funeral.
In the funeral or when they was walking out?
I think it was in the funeral. I forget the name of it, but
it's probably gangster flick.
Probably.
But you know, condolences to the family and the lady. Condolences to whoever had to witness that.
I don't want no problems with that elephant whatsoever. All right, NBA Finals. We are down to Game 6 and potentially Game 7. If things go well, there's 2 games left in the finals if the Celtics win tomorrow, because I need them to win so we could just keep avoiding the Red Sox, and because they've been kind of people kind of been avoiding them for a little bit, and then once this basketball season's over,
they're forced into the spotlight. It's like, all right, get out there now. It's time to perform.
Pretty much, but this one, the Celtics and the Warriors, it was. Game 5, I missed the first quarter of Game 5, and then I missed the first half pretty much.
Honestly, you missed the most important quarter because they jumped on them. And Celtics, they recuperated. They made a game, but you can just tell, like, them digging out of that hole was just tough for them.
I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, am I? Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, the problem with this game, it's the same story. We keep talking about these dudes. Well, the same stories. If you want to know if they won or lost, you just got to look at certain stats. And once again, you got to go look at the turnovers. They had What they had? 18.
Yep, they had 18 to the
22
Warriors
points.
7. 18 to the Warriors 7.
18 turnovers. You give up 22 points off those turnovers. You lose by 10, and you miss 10 free throws.
Warriors had 23 assists to Celtics 18, meaning they're moving the ball more to giving their players a better opportunity to score. The Celtics, once again, had a quarter where they scored below 20 points. That was the first quarter.
Yeah.
You have to at least average 20 points a quarter to at least stay in the game. Those 15, 16-point quarters, you got guys on the other end that can score that themselves.
Yeah. It could, yeah.
in a quarter. So with that being said, we just need more pressure on the rim. We can't rely so much on threes. Like I said, I told you this was going to happen
for you.
Huh?
No, I got side on that.
But granted, they are shooting better. They shot better than the Warriors, but they're not finished at the free throw line. It was a rare occasion for them. They shot off at the free throw line. For you to shoot 67%, that's rare for them.
And that was like hard to watch.
And unfortunately, I'm going to stay with, I still feel like they're 1 year away. And this is what I mean about 1 year away. The little things that turn you into a championship team, they're learning and developing those, and they're still trying to figure it out, unfortunately. And this is the worst team you want to play against in the finals.
The crazy thing is they've done this like 4 times in these playoffs too, like these type of performances. But yeah, so it hasn't. Yeah, so let me go over these stats per Dan Greenberg with some of the issues on why they're losing these games because the margin of victory is so slim. All right, game 4 and 5, fourth quarters, 19 points, they're shooting like 30 to 28% from the field and from 3, I believe, and a net rating of like -9. Not good. In their wins, fourth quarter, 29 points, 52% shooting, 46% beyond the arc, net rating of +13. 33 assists, 28 assists. Every time they move the ball around, they're hard to guard, and they're not the type of team they just gotta. All right, I'm gonna give you the ball at the top of the key. You go get a basket, because it's just the defense is just gonna be like, all right, they're gonna bring you into a double team, and we've seen every time they drive to the basket, they're missing easy layups. They're just loose with the ball. Their turnovers are it's not even anything the defense is doing. It's just like you're just giving them the ball carelessly.
Once again, you have to learn how to be a champion. First, you learn how to win, then you learn how to be a champion. So they learn how to win. They just got to figure out how to get over that hump, and you have to tighten up in the finals. Plus, you need your others to do something. You can't have 10 combined off the bench for the Celts. And then, like I said,
have you heard Grant Williams' names this whole series?
Grant Williams?
Yeah, have you heard his name at all?
A little bit.
Like,
he has spurts, but he's not playing the way he should. He's been playing.
Yeah.
But think about it, they only had 10 combined, and then, like I said, the Warriors have guys that can get you buckets. You know what I mean? Poole at 14, and, their defensive specialist came back, who was a big plus, who had 15, you know what I mean, combining for 29 points. So we need more than 10 points from your bench. Like, come on.
Yeah, they also need to just stop settling for the threes. I mean, if it's there, you can take it, but they need to stop settling for the threes. I think it was games 3 and 4. I think they were like 1 for 13 or something. This is down the stretch. Like the final 4 minutes of the game, where they pretty much lost it. Because you look at it, in game 4 they had a lead, 94. It was like 94-91. I think they managed 3 points after that one, and this one they were only down 1. And then they went through a stretch, like a 5-minute stretch, where they scored like 6 points. They had these random droughts in, but it's all self-inflicted stuff that they do it to themselves. Because it's just like, you guys see what happens when you move the ball around and you guys aren't settling for threes, versus when you don't move the ball around and try to play street ball. It's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, 2 different teams in one game.
Yeah, like I said, when you have the others who can't really do anything for you, you kind of take it upon yourself to do more than you need to do, rather than just stay the course, stay consistent to the strategy, and stay true to the strategy and believe in it. Yeah. And unfortunately, this also comes with learning how to be a champion. So I'm hoping they win this game. Granted, and one thing, when I say they're 1 year away, it's not like I'm not rooting for them, because I have to explain to people, like, I'm rooting for the Celtics. I just don't feel logically that this is their year. But I hope they win this game so we can push to a game 7. Like,
they need to win this game, because I can't deal with. with no basketball for after this point. I need at least one more game because this is that point in the summer where
I think the big three, WNBA started. Big three things coming around.
This is true. The WNBA and it's like the games is not
They're like hidden.
Yeah, they don't.
And you know me, I find WNBA games, and I'm barely like finding them.
They're not marketing it. Like, I think they did a better job last year of marketing it because sometimes they had those prime games on ESPN and all that stuff. But maybe they'll start doing it after the finals. But
that's the problem. Like the finals shouldn't just overshadow the WNBA. Like they still should get some type of shine. We get it. The finals like the Super Bowl for the NBA. We get all that. Some things are just big every year, but you still have to give these ladies, some shine.
This is the problem with having that season start during the same time like the NBA playoffs.
And it's always been like that. Like it's always been.
That's terrible strategy too, because they don't play that many games because they do have they do have that window after the NBA season, after the NBA finals is over. They have those 2-3 months where they could be all WNBA, because their season isn't that long. It's like August or
Bro, the season's like
the
3
summer,
months. Summer long, like legit summer long.
Yeah. They need to have us run that thing, because that thing will start right after the NBA finals is over.
And then there'll be no trying to squeeze time.
Yeah.
Have your own contracts.
Yeah. But all right, but game six is tomorrow. It's officially the last home game of the season. So tomorrow, whatever happens, it's the last game at TD, last basketball game at TD Garden. So yeah, I think this game is gonna go. This is how it's gonna go. If the Warriors find themselves down double digits, probably like in the third or something, you might just see them say, "All right, screw this. We'll just close. We'll go home," because this happens way too often.
Yeah, but the way the Celtics are, I don't think they even want to play that game. I don't think they want to play with fire like that.
Oh, the way you mean the way the Celtics been this postseason?
Yeah, I don't think they want to just give the Celtics a game.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Celtics come out there and shoot lights out in the fourth again. They'd be sick.
I mean, they went 8 in a row in the third quarter.
They did, and then they went cold.
Yeah, that's the weirdest team. And I've seen a lot of weird Celtics teams the past 5 years, but this one.
Oh, one last thing. When I was talking about us watching Brown and Tatum coming to maturation being superstars, well, Tatum being a superstar, Brown being an all-star. The only player we ever seen go through that in our lifetime was Paul Pierce. He wasn't even old enough to really understand and really watch everybody like that.
No.
So that's also why I feel like we're now watching the maturation of them, and we're old enough to really understand what they're going through.
Man, Paul Pierce, it was just him for
Yeah, but he was mad young too, though.
Yeah, because they traded everybody.
Yeah.
Like all the vets that were helping them, they traded all of them away.
And then we weren't old enough to fully understand the game and what he should be doing, what year and time, and you know what I'm saying. So we're seeing greatness develop.
All right. Some other NBA. Someone said the Pelicans, not Pelicans, the Hornets. Basketball is like their side job because they just do everything else but it. And next, you got our boy Miles Bridges and his rap career.
He spitting, though. I got
he does. But then the other stuff, the extracurricular stuff, and
my thing is, do what you do, but you don't gotta
post it. Don't post it.
Social media generation is so programmed to just say, "Hey, everybody, look at everything I'm doing," and they get mad when people comment on everything they're doing.
Granted, it wasn't lean that he was drinking. I'm pretty sure that was lemonade and some hard liquor in there, but still, optics, buddy, optics, and then you got the optics, and now we got Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, Mook said I got no comment on that. There's certain mixtures you can,
right? Now we got Montrezl Harrell. 3 pounds of weed found in his car, but
bro, he wasn't selling nothing.
I know he wasn't selling. They just want to use that language.
That was for him and the homies, but I was talking to somebody, I'm like, yo, he went to Louisville. He should know better. For one, you got certain states that want to keep the old country the way it was, the way it has been. They're trying to squeeze as much as the old laws as they can before, because the world's changing a little bit in regards to
how it views weed.
Yeah, views the stigma in weed and things like that, and ain't harmful. When that man makes too much money for you to insult him by saying that he was trying to traffic 3 pounds of butt.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get into the number game, but he didn't get much compared to what he gets paid. Not even 2%. Don't insult that man.
And they know that too, but that's kind of that how the whole system is.
He went to college in Louisville. They act like, granted, I'm sure he wasn't doing everything all season long, but in the off season, I'm sure they know what players do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Campus knew what me and some of my friends did.
And the NBA has been pretty much kind of leaning towards, and they're more lenient on players who do that, and they're not even giving them the same type of punishment no more.
And my whole thing is when you're on a high profile college, they know what you do. Like the microscope's always on you. So as long as you ain't causing like crimes and doing like criminal acts, they're gonna just ignor you. You know what I mean?
You could just look at him. Well, he may have dabbled in a little bit here and there. He may have.
When you
dabbled.
come from a certain area, you know what I mean. It's just part of maneuvering through life.
Yeah, but for them to say he's facing federal trafficking charges, that's really ridiculous. Come on, man. He ain't that dumb. Plus, this dude went to a military school. He knows what he can and can't do. And trafficking, really? Come on, man.
Come on, like that's
felony
insulting.
Marijuana charges.
That's insulting.
Very much. And it's just weed. It's just weed, people. Like, come on now.
So if he had a bunch of pots in the back that weren't nipped, cut, bagged, would they have an issue then?
Oh, man.
If it was just still on, still in tree form?
Yeah.
So still in plant form, I should say?
Yeah.
But yo.
And they probably just mad because he went to Louisville instead of Kentucky.
That's so when you know those memes when there's nothing going on in the area and they make them weed busts, they making a big stink about it and they get killed in the comments like, bro, you got bad things to worry about.
Legit though. Legit. He was just driving to wherever he was going. Probably going home and visit somebody.
They probably ran his plates and just stopped. Did they say he was speeding?
No, they didn't say he was speeding.
They probably just stopped him because they said, let's try this. You know what I mean? Let's see what he up to.
Yeah.
Man, leave that man alone. He ain't bothering anybody.
He said, this says here, was pulled over in Richmond, Kentucky by a state trooper May 12th for driving behind a vehicle too closely.
Oh my God.
For tailgating.
Yeah, here you go. That's nonsense.
They pulled him over for tailgating.
Yeah, they nitpicking. That's nonsense, bro.
Oh.
And
go ahead.
I was gonna say they probably ran his plates and found out it was him, so they was.
No, this is it. The trooper, this ESPN article, the trooper said he smelled marijuana and after a search discovered 3 pounds of marijuana in vacuum-sealed bags inside a backpack in the back seat.
Was he smoking? If it's vacuum sealed, how would you smell it?
He has been charged with trafficking less than 5 pounds of marijuana. If convicted on the count, he could face up to 5 years in prison. Like, this is the most ridiculous thing. Man, it's so
Louisville, Kentucky, shame on you. But I'm not surprised.
I'm not.
Nobody's
either.
surprised.
I'm not either. Especially when you got so many people making money off weed right now.
Man, Jack Holloway ain't surprised.
Come on, man. Oh, man.
ESG ain't surprised.
Jack Harlow might be surprised.
Nah, he know.
All right, some other NBA news. All right, the Pelicans and Zion are working on an extension. They're trying to give him those major money because, in hindsight, this is their only opportunity to give him that money before he decides he's not going to want to play there no more. Because that's usually what happens with these players. They'll sign their first big contract to the same team they got drafted in, and then after that, it's for him especially. He's bright stars and. They better hold on to him while they can and enjoy while he's there, because
I'll be honest, I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going on with this man. Like, because when I seen this, I'm like, what they paying him for, to stay healthy? Because he ain't played.
And they're paying him to put butts in the seats.
They paying him to get in shape. Like, I hope he gets in shape and gets on the court at some point. I hope he does his thing, but like, I don't want him to be like the crazy what ifs, because we do have them in history. So I'm hoping that's not the case. But man, man's gonna get in shape. Is get on the floor, man.
Hey, I don't think with him, even if he's not on the floor, they're gonna pay him because they just need people to come see him. People gonna come to the games even if he's not playing just to see.
I wouldn't dare.
Hey, there's people that down there they're starved. They're starved for a basketball star, because it ain't like other cities. It's just like
I'm just saying, I wouldn't dare watch anybody to go to a game who's looking like me. We in a similar seat. George got a little more cushion. I'm straight. Like, nah, that's just stupid. Like, I want him to get on the court for himself. Like, you know what I mean? So he could start his legacy and become great. And hopefully he's not a crazy what-if story, because this is looking ridiculous.
Hey, man. I don't know. I don't know. You throwing me money on.
No, I'm just saying you don't want the hopes and you know what I mean. I want to say this buzz, the fizz, because how long they gonna keep with the same storyline?
Hey, sometimes some guys just have some bad misfortunes, and especially for him, he's had some bad ones.
And I'm hoping he can figure it out.
Yeah, because they do got a good team. They got a whole bunch of talent on that team.
Bro, his only misfortune is he's mad heavy, meaning his knees ain't gonna be able to take him. Meaning he just got to trim the fat, slim down, change the diet, get fit. You good, like. He ain't sloppy or nothing. He just like my dad was 275, 270, like he's 6'3" for a long time. His knees couldn't take it, bro. Like he was just a massive man on knees. You know what I mean? So he had to slim down.
Or just get up out of New Orleans.
But what's that gonna do for your knees? You talking about the food?
No. Because you've seen he kind of low-key want to be somewhere else. Watch if he leave New Orleans, you see a 50-pound less Zion just miraculously all the weight disappears.
Yeah, but that's time too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. But get that money, Zion.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Ja Morant and another one that's been doing the most this offseason.
He's just been drinking.
He's just been drinking. Threatening people and stuff.
Oh, I mean, that's what happens when you drink. That's automatic.
Yeah, but he's about to get us. I think he made an All NBA team, so they're about to give him a nice little $200 million deal. And they extended the coach too. Have you ever seen how their coach look?
Yeah.
It's that head, man. But the Grizzlies are kind of building. They're building something there because they, build around Ja. They got a good coach. They got some surrounding guys. They got a bunch of crazy players. So they got something going on over there. This the first time they've had excitement like that around that franchise since the Grindhouse.
The
Grindhouse.
Yes.
Since
Tony Allen and them.
Since the Grindhouse.
Grind,
days.
Man.
Grind.
Yeah, it's all good though. But yeah, Def, I'm happy for him.
I'm gonna just move on because I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, it's all good.
I lost my train of thought.
Happens to the best of us, man.
Your boy Deshawn Watson finally spoke.
My boy, don't be tagging. We missed that one. Jesus.
He finally spoke to the media. I thought this might have been his first time speaking to the media since all this has happened. He said he regrets the impact these lawsuits has had on the Browns and stuff like that. But I think, how you gonna regret that? Like you
just totally disregarded that you're the person.
You brought this on yourself. Like what?
Man,
how you regret something that you brought on to yourself?
He's just trying to deflect it, but. That Browns gear look crazy. That just don't even look right on him.
Yeah, but he keeps saying he's innocent of all these allegations. But man, at this point, we'll wait and see. But it's not looking too good for you.
But one question I had, which was been puzzling to me, why so many different masseuses? Well, wouldn't you have at least 2 or 3, the most 5 that consistent that you prefer to touch you? That's a lot of random people. I don't even like being touched like that.
That was my thing.
So that's a lot of random people just touching all up on you.
Right? I don't even be letting my family touch me.
Bro, I'm not even a hugger like that. My little cousin be hugging, I'd be like, hey, I give him the one. School, my little cousins run up on me. I'd be, it'd be a little weird. I've never really just been a real touchy-feely person.
Nobody in their right mind likes to be touched at all.
Now there's some people that just keep their hands to themselves.
Some people can't keep their hands to themselves, but most people is just keep your hands to yourself. I don't want too many. I don't know where your hands been, but
especially after COVID.
And he's going out looking for them through social media. You contacting a lot of them through social media.
Not even his he's him personally?
No, not even.
His publicist or the people that are supposed to contact people for you?
Yeah, no. He's not even going to ask for recommendations from people who get masseuses. You just
be on the gram scrolling?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's exactly what I said, and it's just it's just a bad look all around. Even for the Browns, you threw all this money at him, and then it's just like he's gonna miss a season. He's gonna miss a season, regardless of what happens with this case. He's gonna miss some time from them. So, ooh. Oh, before we get to Athletes Corner, the Stanley Cup starts tonight. We're not really gonna give you hockey previews, but Colorado Avalanche and the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Tampa Bay is looking to go 3 in a row. I don't know when was the last time NHL team went 3 in a row. I don't know when was the last time a professional team went 3 in a row, because I know the last NBA team to go 3 in a row was the Lakers, early 2000s. That's as far as I can remember. NFL has never had anybody.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought the Rangers was about to pull it out.
Oh, they lost it. That one was a tight game
I
too.
didn't even know Lightning came back like that.
2-1. They won 2-1. That game was crazy too. The Rangers and the Lightning, that closeout game, that one was crazy.
I know New York is sick.
Yeah,
they always sick.
Oh, of course. Even the Avalanche, their closeout game went into overtime. I think they won it 6-5 or 5-4. One of those.
I might watch this scene. I've always used to watch the Avalanche for some odd reason. I thought they was dope. What was their goalie's name? Was that Patrick Waugh? He played for the Avalanche?
Man, I couldn't tell you.
They had a legit goalie back in the day.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was 6-5. Their closeout game against the Oilers. So. And we'll see what happens here. 3 in a row is it's hard to do. So if Tampa Bay could do it, that'll be kind of interesting too, because it'd be like, since Tom Brady got to Tampa, you get a Super Bowl, and now you're on the cusp of getting 3 Stanley Cups in a row.
Yeah, he played for the Avalanche.
He played for the Avalanche.
I'm like a library of memories and things, bro. So yeah, he was solid.
All right.
Hall of Fame, I think too. He was nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, game one is tonight. Avalanche. It's at Tampa Bay. Yes, it's at Tampa Bay, I believe.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go Avalanche.
Brewers former coach, he's about to get hired by somebody. Bruce Cassidy, I think.
He needs to, man.
Yeah, Golden Knights. He's going to Vegas.
Oh.
He's going to Vegas.
Oh.
Yeah.
For you to leave the cold to go get bold.
Yeah, oh, man. Hey, that's a come up.
Is it?
A come up.
Woo.
No, I don't mind. Just send me to Vegas. All right. Let's go to Athletes Corner. Okay, this one we had Elie and Juan. These guys ran track at UMass Lowell. They also one ran track at Lynn Classical and one ran track at Lynn English. They both graduated. One is about to do his he's going to school in Florida A&M. One Florida A&M or something like that. One of the HBCUs for
that's dope.
Yeah, he's gonna get his physical therapy degree or something, whatever you call it. And then Elie, he's doing his master's up in UMass. I think he might have another go around with the track and field.
Okay. Eligibility, or does it go the same with like that with other sports, like 4 years, or
I'm not sure.
COVID and all that too, so they might have the extra 5th and 6th.
Yeah, he might have extra. Yeah, so
some kids had like 6 years in college. I said, dude, give me 2 extra years.
That Van Wilder.
I go back. I'm only going there to hoop though.
Right. So check this Athletes Corner out, and we're gonna come back. Hello and welcome to another Athletes Corner segment, and today we got Juan and Elie, Lynn school grads. We got rivals, Lynn Classical, Lynn English. Of course, we know what the superior school is, Lynn
Classical,
English.
right?
I mean, you're outnumbered right now. You gotta relax. But these two gentlemen, they just graduated college. They did track and field up in UMass Lowell. Welcome to the program. How y'all doing?
Doing good. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
I mean, it's college grads. Describe these 4 years for you two.
It's been interesting, because we were the only class that would have like a normal college experience while also dealing with COVID. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been a whole up and down, a whole mixture of things. You know?
Yeah, it was crazy. Just you know, at the beginning we started, you know, regular college experience, and in the middle we got hit with COVID, and then towards the end it started going back to normal. So there was just a lot in our college experience. Can't describe it in a few words.
When COVID hit during your second year?
Yeah.
Was it the second semester, right?
Second semester.
So, when all that happened, because, and that's, you guys are probably getting ready for spring track season too as well, right? And so all that happened. So describe to me, how was it on campus for you all? And then just when you found out about, you guys didn't, I'm assuming you guys didn't have a track season that year.
No, we did not. And honestly, it was heartbreaking because we just came off of a conference loss where we had a really good team, and we preparing to gear up again for spring to compete for another championship. And just to have that suddenly ripped away was really heartbreaking for a lot of us, in particular the seniors. You know what I mean? We had a lot of great leaders that year, and it was sad to see everybody just have their careers end so abruptly.
Yeah, it was what were they doing on campus? Were they trying to get folks off campus as quick as they can, or what was the strategy that they was doing on campus during that time?
I had a little bit different experience because I got hurt at the beginning of sophomore year, so I had a knee surgery, so I didn't really compete during that time. I was just doing rehab and everything, but I definitely felt the impact that it had on my teammates. You know, that everybody has such a great season, and it was definitely heartbreaking. And as far as moving out, again, my experience was a bit different because it was spring break and I was in California. So.
For me, it was a little different than him because I definitely wasn't in California. But it was hard because we just, for that, the day we found out we had to move out, we had a practice. It was our first practice back, and we came back, everybody was hitting on all cylinders, and it was like, okay, this is great. Going back to the locker room, and they stop us on the stairs going back to the facility, and they're like, yeah, you guys have 3 days to go pack your stuff and go home. And it was like, we looked at each other like, is this real? Like, what is going on? You know what I mean? Because we didn't realize the severity of the pandemic, what it was going to be, you know?
Did you think it was like, all right, they'll probably bring us back on campus after a couple weeks?
Yeah, we thought that by the next month we're going to be back on campus. You know, I mean, we knew our season was done, but we really expected to be back on campus and like try to like move on, like as just students, you know what I mean?
At what point did everything start getting back to, you know, how you thought it'd be to some semi-normal?
Perhaps this year, even then, there was still up and down with COVID cases. When we came in, we thought it was going to be normal, and then like halfway through the fall, they're like, okay, we're going back to a lot of restrictions and stuff. Yeah. So it really came back to being normal maybe towards the end of the year.
Describe, you know, you guys, Lynn Classical, Lynn English. I mean, what was the transition and how was the adjustment for you all when you both got to campus? You know, high school's over, now you have to adjust to the college life. You playing college sport. Just overall, the adjustment phase for you. How long did it take you guys to both get comfortable in that community?
Well, first I'd like to say it was a smooth transition, and that was thanks to the people I had around me. For me personally, right? I was with Juan. We had a friend Sam. You know, he also went to Lynn English. I don't know why you guys picked to go to the high school, but you know, I had some rivals, but we're already good friends. So that really just made the transition a lot easier. You know, so that was smooth. But adjusting to classes, to the schedules, and to the demands of being a student athlete, that was definitely something challenging because. It's a commitment that you have to make, you know, and you have to prepare yourself almost, you know, and it's so much different than high school and things like that. But again, if you have the right people around you, it's definitely a smooth transition.
Yeah, and I have to say, following that, we had a lot of academic advisors at the university. So like the athletes have their own section of just people who are there to help them out with stuff, and I'm like so grateful for all of them because like without them, it would have been a much messier transition for me. You know what I mean? And socially, it wasn't too difficult. Like he mentioned, we had a close group of friends going to college to begin with. We got recruited together. We had to commit here together. So socially and in that regard, it was pretty smooth. But academically, it's a big adjustment. You know what I mean? Just finding the time management is the biggest thing.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I wasn't really used to having, you know, that much freedom, but at the same time, so much to balance at the same time. You know. But I was lucky that we had the academic support staff to be there and help me guide.
That's one thing first year, when folks get to college their first year, they don't realize how much free time they actually have because when you come from high school, it's just you have that structure. these classes in a row. After school, got practice, and then I would do it over again. But then when you're in college, you just don't understand. Some days you don't even have to go to school. You only have to go to class, and so you don't know what to do with all the free time. Can you describe the level of competition in track and field on that collegiate level? Just you're going around the nation facing other students of the schools. How was that? How was that?
And it's funny, I had a instance for my first ever track meet. So I was 18, I just turned 18, and I was competing against like grown men at that point. It was like 23, 24, 22-year-olds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So while I was in school, I kind of dominated the competition, and I get there, and I get to the line, I look over to the left, to the right of me, I'm like, yo, there's some grown men I'm racing against. You know what I mean? So like for me, it was like kind of like a flash, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, like I'm competing against people who devote their life to this, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And also with especially with track and field, because basketball, sometimes a lot of guys, they don't stay some guys, they don't stay too long. So, when you get there, you'll probably be competing with some guys that are a couple years older than you. But track and field, those guys, those the people who participate in track and field. They're there all 4 years, so they've got all those years of experience. And as you said, they're like grown men out there, grown men and women out there.
And for me, it's similar experience, because like in high school, you dominate the competition, but when you get over there, you really realize that the people I'm competing against, they put in a lot of work. So this is it's intense,
Yeah.
And the level of competition, you really notice a difference. So that almost. That tells you that you have to put in that much work for you to be competitive. Yeah. You got to change things around, change the way you prepare for practices and competition.
Was there a memorable moment that you two had at your time in competing in track and field up there?
I would probably say when our team won the conference championship. That might be like the most memorable moment.
True.
For me, it was a little hard at the same time because I had blown out my knee the week before. Yeah. But it was great seeing all these people they become like your family. So seeing your brothers go out there and win was really it was a special moment. Yeah.
For me, the most memorable moment was actually a few weeks ago. It was our last time competing together. It was at the conference championship up in Vermont. We went into the championship as favorites, but unfortunately, a lot of our teammates tested positive for COVID. Ooh. So that hit us a little bit. But we continued. We went into the meet and said we're still gonna fight it, and we went there and we got hit. A lot of people got injured, and we still, as a team came together, competed and fought. And at the end, and this guy right here sitting next to me, he even has a boot on right now. And
we in the same boat.
Yeah. So he had what do you have?
I had a decathlon.
No, like your injury.
Oh, it's a bone bruise with a little bit of ligament sprains.
Ooh. Yeah, and despite that, he did the decathlon. For those who don't know, that's 10 events, gruesome. And at the end, the very last event is a 1,500 meter run, and at the end of the 1,500 meter run, despite us, being faced with so much adversity, he kind of got the crowd going. If we can find a clip of that, is great. He got the crowd going, got everybody going, and it was a very emotional moment at that time. So that was my most memorable.
Say, might as well. Hey, last year, might as well go all out, right?
Yeah, man.
For you two being kids from Lynn, getting a college experience, graduating from college, what example were you hoping that the kids behind you see when they hear your stories of two kids from Lynn going to college, participating in college sports, and finishing college as well, getting that degree?
To realize that anything is really possible. I came from we kind of struggled growing up. You know what I mean? So for me, college wasn't a guarantee. I was thankful for track to give me the opportunity to do what I've been able to do. But it's to really realize that anything is really possible. You know what I mean? You're not subjected to just what you have right now. You can accomplish so much more.
Yeah.
For me, it's because I heard so many stories of Lynn athletes who dominated in high school but just can't make it through the next level. They get to college and something happens, whatever it may be, and they don't make it all the way through. So that, for us, going in, we wanted to change that narrative. So it was really like a chip on our shoulders. Besides that, despite whatever we face, we need to make it through and just change it and show all our other people who are still in Lynn that look, man, we can do it despite whatever may face us.
Definitely. Correct me if I'm first generation.
Yeah.
Your first generation?
No.
Okay.
No.
You're not first generation?
No, not first generation.
It's all good. It's all good. Speak on that, being the first generation in your family to do that. You know, I know your parents are proud of that. Just how happy are you for that? Just to, you know, if you putting your family legacy up on, like, putting it on the map like that.
Yeah, no, it was very special to me, man. So I came from the Dominican Republic, you know, and my mom, we moved over here for that reason. You know, my mom sacrificed so much for that goal, for me to get my diploma, get my degree. And it was really special for me, not only for myself, but because all her sacrifices were in vain, you know what I'm saying? So just seeing her smile, like her tears of joy come down, it was so gratifying to me, you know what I mean? It was very special.
Yeah, definitely. Me and you, we come from the same place.
Yeah.
We're both from Congo, so we know how life is back there, for especially education-wise, for kids back there. You know, for you, just how happy are you for you to be able to have this accomplishment, knowing just this kids back home that really, they're not afforded the same opportunity, not because they want to, it's just they just can't for circumstances out of their control.
Yeah, it's crazy to me because I was born there, grew up there, moved here in 2013, so some of the people that I grew up with, some of my very close friends, don't have the same opportunities as me. They, to this day, haven't finished high school because you must pay and things like that, and they just don't have the funds, the abilities to make that happen. So again, it's almost like a chip on your shoulder. You're like, I need to make this through because of my people who can't. You know, so that was very important, and I'm still, you know, like, taking it in that, look, we made it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's definitely a great feeling.
Definitely. What's next for you two? What's next for you two?
So I'm going to Florida in August. I'm getting my doctorate in physical therapy.
Okay. All right, man. All right. What school?
Florida A&M.
All right. Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
You think you have fun? You think, ooh, you about to have fun? Man. How about yourself?
I'm staying at UMass Lowell, getting my master's as well.
All right. Congrats on everything. Keep up the
Appreciate it.
good work. And once again, Lynn English is the superior school. Right?
I would agree.
As you can see, he's outnumbered, so he can't do nothing. Before we get out of here, just plug in your social medias.
Yeah, follow me on the gram at juice_Avelino.
Me, it's erules_5.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming out, taking your time, especially rushing from work to get here in that traffic. Really appreciate it. Make sure you follow them. Good luck with everything. And you know, come back anytime.
Thanks for having us, man.
always here.
Appreciate it.
We're out of here. You guys been watching Athletes Corner. Have a good one. All right, and we are back. All right. Shout out to those guys. Great. Those are some great kids doing some great stuff. All right. And you know what time it is. It's time for our daily Boston Red Sox update.
Okay.
So if you know,
Just for the occasion.
if you follow our model and you see that the weather's nice, then you know what that means. That
Facts.
that they won, and last night they won 6-1 against the Oakland A's. Got a couple home runs. Rafael Devers hit a 3-run home run. You know, Nick Pivetta, he pitched 8 innings, only allowing 1 run. And yeah, their record is now 33-29. And in their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're 10-2 in their last 12.
Sounds like a nice little streak.
Yeah, they got a nice little streak happening right now. You know, it's their bullpen that's kind of been an issue for them losing. That issue that's always been there since last season that they never addressed. So we're in June. All-Star break coming, trade deadline coming.
I mean, it seems like they're masking it pretty well. They're figuring it out. I don't know if they maneuvered some guys in the rotation to try to line it up so certain guys played certain teams on certain days. Stop the pitching.
Yeah, I don't know what they have, but I
mean, they figured it out. They winning.
They're winning right now, but they definitely need to make a move during the trade deadline to get a couple people in there to close out some of these games. Because I'm looking at the standings right now. The Yankees are ahead of the pack, way ahead of everybody. They are 45-16.
Bro, you know what the Yankees are doing this year? They're doing some legendary things from what I've been seeing on ESPN. So it's one of them things. I think this might just be one of them Yankee years where they're just sitting in first the whole season. We got to get the wild card.
Yeah, they got the best record in the league right now.
Yeah, like they're doing some things, bro. Like,
yeah. But it wouldn't surprise me if they lost in the first round.
Oh, I mean, I'm expecting that. But I'm just saying, like, we probably have to go fight for that wild card spot, and that's something that, you know, the new Red Sox fans don't know about that generation. Of,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's always fighting for the wild card.
Oh,
but
my gosh.
They just used to World Series and all that.
Yeah, they ain't lived through some of those early 2000 moments that.
Facts.
Ooh, I still got PTSD over. Man, sometimes it's tough to be a Red. I mean, it's tough to be a Red Sox fan. I will say that. Like all the teams around here, I think the toughest one is to be a Red Sox fan because man, they be going through it. They put
their heart too much. I had to tell a kid today, stop putting your heart too much in these sports, man. Like, they lose, they win, exciting. But man, don't, if it hurts your heart, take a step back. Don't be like some of these weirdos that be getting bent out of shape when teams lose, like really bent out of shape. Like, bro, like, unless you put some money on it, then I get it. But if it's just like,
which some people are now doing, which would make sense with some people.
Yeah, with that. But if you're just doing that for the love of the game, take a step back, man. Just take a step back.
This is facts. Alrighty, all right. Let's go to some highlights for you. What we got? Okay. Oh no, boxing. Quickly, the Hall of Fame class was announced.
Yes, it was. Some
Andre,
impressive people.
Yeah, the boxing Hall of Fame class. They had, the induction was over the weekend. You know, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward. You know,
Well, you ain't see Lights Out Tony,
Tony,
Jones, Cotto,
Mosley, and all those.
Marquez, Hopkins.
So a lot of great boxers on that list right now.
Got Wolf in there, Holmes. Woo. Oh, Klitschko in the middle. I don't know some of these other ladies like Martin and Ricka and Buttrick. Hope I pronounce your name right. And Tremaya. Oh, okay, Layla Ali. I see her in the middle. She in there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a solid list.
That is a solid list. That's a good list.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Congratulations to all of them.
Man.
Change of boxing. Ah, man. And then St. Mary's girls softball. They moved on to the state semifinals. I don't know if they have a date or when they're playing this week, but they're playing sometime this week. They'll be playing against Middleborough.
Okay.
All right, for a chance to no. Yeah. They play against Hudson or Middleborough. I don't know.
So they play the winner out of that?
Yeah, the winner of that one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if those two teams already played because the updates these people don't be putting up the updates like that. So.
Yo, it's just me. I feel like our state, like sports websites for high school is like trash.
Absolutely. You get the update like 4 days after the games is set.
Like even all the high school websites is like poop. Like they don't really update much. Like you said, like just and you see other states, it's like, oh my goodness,
daily updates. So so the Lady Spartans, they're trying to go for it all for softball. I think the state championship game is at UMass Amherst.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope if they make it.
Yeah, definitely. So good luck to them. And maybe if they already played and we don't know about it.
Yeah, no, I'm rooting for.
Yeah. All right, time for some highlights. We got some high school. All right, Summer League started. Summer League at St. Mary's started on Monday. So here's a couple highlights. First up is English versus Andover. Check this out. All right, next up, St. Mary's and Lawrence, which was a pretty exciting game. Check these highlights out. All right, and then lastly, we'll do a throwback high school sports highlights. Check out these high school basketball highlights. We are back, NBA Top 10, and we're going to come back and wrap this thing up. Okay, and we are back. We have reached the end of our First off, this is random. I was going over TJ Ford's page, right? And his son's name is TJ Ford Jr.
Yeah.
But TJ Ford is also a junior himself.
Yeah, you can have that. But sometimes, yeah.
That was just weird to me.
You can be a third, you can just be another junior. And to be a junior, your name has to be exactly identical like your father. So if your middle name's different, you're not a junior. So some people say, I'm a junior, but my middle name's different from my dad's, you're not a junior. You're just named after your dad. Yeah. But you're not a junior.
That thing was weird.
Yeah, TJ's not nice though.
He is, but I was just like, yeah, TJ Ford Jr. His daddy's TJ Ford Jr.
Maybe he just didn't want to name his son the third.
Oh. I guess. We got B-Day shout-outs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
You going?
My little brother's birthday's Friday.
Dope.
Happy birthday to that boy. He still owe me money. Give me my 20. Boy. You know, Johnny's been owing me money for years.
I was always told you don't lend family anything.
Oh, man. Johnny,
you just give it to him.
You know how he tried to pay me back? He's trying to pay me back with it. He's like, yeah, I'll buy you a drink. I was like, dude, what? Get out of here.
Buy you a bottle or two.
That's how he tried to pay me back. So happy birthday to him. Also, my two cousins, they got birthdays coming up on the 20th. So, yeah, shout out to them.
My cousin Brandy's birthday was last Tuesday. You know, that's Uncle Ren's daughter. So all three of them was 3 in a row with his sister. My mother's birthday is on Friday as well. You know what I mean? As well as my cousin Alton Bird, and my Uncle Andre's birthday is today. God rest his soul. So he would have been 55 today.
Double nickel. Yeah. That's all the B-Day shout-outs we got for y'all this week. Until next week. All right, LCTV After the Whistle Instagram. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you follow him, Mr. Burton23 on Instagram. Mukala K on Instagram. LCTV, Lynn Community Television,
the shirt
Facebook.
Is back. Happy Father's Day to you all.
LinnTV.org. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. You know, make sure they ain't advertise nothing for Father's Day as usual.
Well, you see, I got one, my shirt. So if y'all see me outside this weekend with this shirt on, Maddie had made me put it on again. You won't see it again after this.
We're out of here. See y'all next week.